after the Pakistan's embattled cricketer turned politician Imran Khan was ousted through a no-confidence vote, the attraction shifts to the election of a new Prime Minister today amid escalating political conflict. Elsewhere, the path to elect a new president in France is also clear, with the incumbent Emmanuel Macron to face far-right nationalist Marine Le Pen in a winner-takes-all runoff on 24th of April. Good morning, I'm Chitrakar and these are the headlines of the hour. 3 years since being connected to the national road network, Dopa lacks necessary bridges, making movement all the more difficult and challenging. The former finance ministers claim the government suspended the central bank governor Adhikari to cover up for its own incompetency, say the move will destabilize the national economy. French presidential race enters the runoff phase as Marine Le Pen poses serious challenge to the incumbent Emmanuel Macron. The runoff on 24th April expected to be a heated affair. And Manchester City hold on to their slender one-point advantage at the top of the Premier League as they chalk out a 2-2 draw against closest rivals Liverpool. Dopa was connected to the national road network 3 years ago. However, the roads in Dopa lack necessary bridges, due to which travelling in the district has been very difficult. There are roads in the district, but there aren't any bridges. 4 vehicles need to be changed for a 272-kilometer long travel from district headquarters Dunai to Nepalganj, and travellers have to cough up at least 3,500 rupees for the travel. Along with the difficulty for the travellers, the transportation of very essential goods is also difficult. The transportation cost for the goods equals around the cost of the items. The initial construction works of the 117-kilometer long Jajarkot-Dunai road section have been completed. However, due to a section of the road not being blacktopped and construction of 4 belly bridges not being complete, it has been difficult for travellers and for the transportation of daily essential goods. A temporary belly bridge has been constructed at Talu River bank and necessary materials are being transported for the construction of 4 bridges on the way to Dopa. The construction of the bridge at Karawagad is in its final stage, while construction works of bridges at Kadang, Tripurakot and Rupagad are at snail pace. All these bridges have a target of being complete within the current fiscal year. Development works in Dopa should not be limited to cheap publicity and election manifestos. It is imperative for the government and concerned authorities to take initiatives to complete the ongoing construction works of the bridges in Dopa at the earliest to ease travelling in the district. The former finance ministers and governors have claimed that the government has suspended the central bank governor Mahaprasad Adhikari to cover up for the incompetence of the government itself. They also alleged the government of trying to destabilize the national economy. Holding a press conference in the capital yesterday, the former finance ministers representing CP and UML said that the governor was suspended when Governor Adhikari rejected the faulty state policies. Former finance ministers Bishnu Paudel, Surendra Pandey and Dr. Yuvraj Khatiwada, who had represented the then CP and UML government, have alleged the Deuba government of sabotaging the national economy. They criticized the government of failing to come up with efforts to rectify mistakes, even as the foreign exchange reserves has dwindled all the while. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked people in several provinces, what qualities do you expect in the candidates for the local elections? Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
सुरुमा त इमानदारी त हुनु पर्यो
नागरिकका गुनासाहरू सजिलै सुन्न सक्ने र समाधान गर्न सक्ने
व्यक्तिगत स्वार्थ पूरा नगर्ने एकदमै दक्ष क्षमता भएको
जुन ठाउँमा वास्तविक आवश्यकता छ विकासको लागि अब त्यो ठाउँमा विकास गरिदिने त्यस्तो निस्वार्थ भावना भएको
युवा आउनुपर्छ युवा जोस अगाडि आउनुपर्छ युवा उम्मेदवार नै हामीलाई चाहिन्छ
Time now for our segment, Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
The question is, what's your take on the delay in the construction of bridges required for roads in Dolpa? Your options are A. Apathic to development, B. Feeble local pressure, and C. More publicity than work. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Before wrapping up, here's a look at the top stories one more time. 3 years since being connected to the national road network, Dolpa lacks necessary bridges, making movement all the more difficult and challenging. The former finance ministers claim the government suspended the central bank governor Adhikari to cover up for its own incompetency. Say the move will destabilize the national economy. French presidential race enters the runoff phase as Marine Le Pen poses serious challenge to the incumbent Emmanuel Macron. The runoff on 24th April expected to be a heated affair. And Manchester City hold on to their slender 1-point advantage at the top of the Premier League as they chalk out a 2-2 draw against closest rivals Liverpool. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Good day.